All right, guys, what's up? Welcome back to Mexpat Dating. Today we are joined by my man Paula here.
Hello.
Paula has just finished up, I think, 2 months of cold approach training.
Yes, two months. Yes.
Yep. And we're excited today because we're going to get to dive into your story a little bit and what you learned over this experience, how it's changed you, and what you would recommend to other guys who are thinking about getting into cold approach and all that.
It was great. It was rough at the beginning. I got turned out a lot at the beginning. I found it's a different way of meeting people and meeting new friends. Some people that I met probably gonna be long life friends. Some didn't work out so good, but it's okay. There's potential. You see somebody to say, hey, introduce yourself and have the confidence and make a really nice, respectable conversation, and just go out and hang out, and that's what I did.
Absolutely, man. I like how you mentioned too, like, you face a lot of rejection, and that's
Right.
something that's going to happen no matter who you are, no matter where you are on your journey. If you have a 6-pack or you have a 12-pack, it don't matter. You're going to
Right.
get rejected. So can you tell us a little bit about what it was like before you started working with us? How was cold approach for you? What was your struggles, your biggest struggles?
Well, my biggest struggles was opportunities, having more opportunities. I always met people, but a few people, and maybe I was waiting for that phone call all the time. But now with approaching people, different people, constantly, and having their Instagram and call them, it had given me more opportunities to have more friends and more dating opportunities for people.
That's awesome, man. So how did you hear about us, first off?
Basically, I heard on Facebook, and one date it didn't go right, and I was hoping that it would go very well. I was very excited. I was always waiting for her call, and then I finally said, okay, maybe I need to change up. Maybe I need someone to, that is better than me with women and approaching, and give me some pointers.
Nice, man. And were you, I know the answer to this because you told me yesterday, were you skeptical before starting with us?
Yeah, it was because it was a different way. It was skeptical, nervous. I was going to turn back, go home, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I didn't. And after the first one, I got my nervous out of me, and it just took a little more approaching more people, and the nervous came out. Now it's like there's no nervous. It's more a comfortable conversation, and just see where it goes. And, that's what I learned.
I've noticed your whole energy shift from when you started to now.
Yes.
Like, you'll go up to girls and you're just talking naturally, like you've been doing it forever.
Yes.
Versus in the beginning, you were very nervous, as most guys are, but now it just seems like you've been doing it for.
Yeah, so I
forever.
was very nervous and going up to people at first and not too sure what to say, how to say it, and they're reading their vibe. Now I feel comfortable, and their vibe is I can read a lot more, even if it's a negative vibe. I'm okay with that, and I can go to someone that I have a really good vibe, have a conversation, and maybe go hang out and talk to them, whatever, and be friends. So that part of it was really, really nice.
So how quickly would you say you went from being super nervous to feeling comfortable going up to women, talking to them? I just got distracted. There's a couple birds walking by. Being more comfortable, feeling more natural. How long did that take you?
It took me about 4 weeks.
Okay, 4 weeks, about a
4
month.
weeks to get the nervous out, to learning people's vibes and body language, and comfortable just being myself.
What would you say was the biggest hurdle? Like, what was the biggest fear?
I just a new way of approaching people. I'm really good at dancing salsa, so I always approach people to dance salsa in my studios and dances. Now I had to go and just like, hey, I want to meet you. I want to introduce myself, and that was the hard part.
And what we actually suggest, guys, is not to introduce yourself right away. So that's something you got better at, is being a little more mysterious.
Yeah, being more mysterious, and making a conversation first, and determine if you are compatible to that person.
Yeah. a lot more flirty too. And that's something we also
And
recommend.
right, in flirty too.
Yep. And that's something we really recommend, guys, is, don't be complimenting a ton right away. Because a lot of coaches will be like, they'll tell you to say, hey, you're so beautiful. You're the prettiest thing I've ever seen. And that just turns the girl off because she's heard that like a million times.
Right. And that's what I always try not to say.
Yeah.
Too many compliments, but it's all about your personality, I guess, and what you like in your compatible friend.
Mhm.
And, so it's different for every guy. Be funny, be flirty, have something common with each other.
Yeah, man, absolutely. We had a cool one yesterday. You actually got asked out, kind of. She asked you for your Instagram.
Yes, she asked me.
That was pretty sweet.
For the first time, she asked me for my Instagram. I had a great conversation with her. It was nice vibe. Her outfit was pretty cool. It kind of matched what I wear, and we just hit it off. It was
Yeah.
nice.
Now, question for you. You didn't use Instagram when you started, so how
No.
important do you think Instagram is for dating and cold approach?
So I didn't use Instagram. The reason I don't, I want to meet people in person, live interaction. I'm a people person, so I never really use it. Instagram, I still don't. The only reason I use it now is just to get their phone numbers and connect better with them. And that's part of it. I can still connect with people, and maybe someone that hasn't connect very well with me right now. Maybe later they say, hey, they want to reconnect with me. So it's nice to have.
That's something we really encourage you guys to do, is to get a good Instagram going, right? Paul, we did a complete audit, so we got rid of some photos that were not, you'd say, up to par, and we really made it presentable. So, and I'll pop it up on the screen here, what yours looks like now.
Okay.
So now you only have the highlights of your good photos.
Right. Yes, the chef work actually improved a lot better to connect with them. They can see my photos. They just don't. It's hard to remember what that person looks like.
Yeah.
You only see them one time for 10, 15 minutes conversation.
Absolutely. How would you say working with me as compared to some of the other dating coaches you found out there, other channels, etc.?
When I decided to research a coach, I was comparing should I go with a woman or a male coach, and I wanted someone that actually goes out with me and actually coach me at the places I go to, and that's why I picked the coach and the school that I is with right now.
That's great, man. Yeah, I find that super important too, to get that one-on-one feedback, to have someone there with you, and that's what we're here for, guys. That's what I'm here particularly for, is to take you guys out in person, show you guys some do's and don'ts of doing cold approach, and really be that accountability for you. So when that voice comes in that says, oh, I can't do this, don't do it, she's gonna reject you, I'm gonna give you that push to say, hey, yes, you can do this. And the win, and this is what we really worked on with you, is the win wasn't getting the number, the win wasn't having the best date, it was just to do the approach.
Right. The win is having a great conversation with someone that you don't know, that you find attractive, and you have a great conversation, but you might not get that number or the Instagram, but you feel really excited and a great vibe, you had a great conversation with someone new, and to me, that's a great win.
Absolutely, man. So last question, man, would you recommend MexPat dating to guys thinking about improving their
Yes.
dating life?
I mean, I would definitely recommend this dating school for people that want to meet new people, that want to have new friends, that want to have better conversation, be flirty, and just be interactive with new people. Yes.
I appreciate that, man. You were great to work with. You made a lot of progress. It was so cool to see.
Yes.
Each week you got incrementally better.
Yes.
Like, it wasn't like you made a little tiny progress. Each week it felt like you were a different person.
Right.
Until yesterday, where you got asked out. Like, I was like, dude,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. You did like 8 approaches or something. Like,
Right. I
something
did
wild
about
like that.
8, and I got 4 phone numbers yesterday. I never in my entire life ever got 4 phone numbers.
What would you say is you're most looking forward to with your new skill set? going forward?
So my number one thing by taking the class is be able to approach people by myself and to, as I go through my dating life and just approach people.
Yeah.
And I think that's the number one. Like if I see someone interested, that maybe a great smile, great glasses, great different outfit, I want to be able to say, hey, you know, I'm blah blah blah, and just make a great conversation.
That's great, man. You're gonna have a great journey, and I'm excited to check in with you in a couple months to
Yeah,
see how it's
definitely.
been
Yeah,
going. So, guys, yes, thanks for sticking to the end and hearing Paul's story. Just like where maybe you are and where Paul was, starting at the beginning, nervous to talk to people, not quite dialed in, but you know you have the potential to talk to people and have great
yeah,
conversation. Again, that's what Expat Dating is for. That's what I'm here to teach you and coach you on, is to be able to start going out there and meeting the women that you really want and having the courage to have the conversation. You'll always have a little fear, but what I want for you is not to let that fear control you and to still take action towards what you want, even if the voice in your head is saying, no, don't do it. So we're here out actually in Parque, Mexico, in Mexico City.
yes.
So this is actually where we'll go a lot if you end up working with me. It's a beautiful spot to do it. You've seen probably 100 people walk by, and it's just a great vibe. And the girls here are really down to earth. They're very sweet. They're very feminine, and it's going to be a great place to practice and get good at having the conversations and learning to develop that social skill that's maybe been dormant for a little bit. So anyway, guys, you can schedule a consult down below with us at mexpatdating.com and kind of dive into where you are in your dating journey and map out a game plan so you can take this next steps into having an awesome dating life. Paul and I this is the last session today, so we're going to go out and do a little more hunting. And Paul, thanks for coming on today and sharing your story.
Thank you.
Yeah. See you guys next time. Peace.